So let's start with the main issue. ATEC Cybernetic could have been a really fun VR zombie shooter if it were actually playable. The game's issues make it pretty much a gamble every time you boot it up. It crashes, lags, and basically melts down at the worst possible moments. And even though there are some cool things going on, they hardly matter if you can't even get to them without the game freezing or dragging your frame rate to the depths. It's a real shame because there's genuinely a lot of potential here. But ultimately, it's like they built a car with all the bells and whistles, but forgot to install a working engine. If these issues would be developed off, it would actually be quite a light and fun game. Now, I went into ATEC Cybernetic with high hopes because it's from X-Real Games, the same studio behind Zero Caliber, a game I really enjoyed. That one feels polished and immersive with some great VR mechanics, so I expected that same level of care here. ATEC has a different vibe though. It's definitely a more arcade-y, zombie horde shooter that feels a little like Doom but in VR. The reloading alone gives it that arcade feel. Just slide your gun to your waist, and boom, you're reloaded. No need to fumble around with magazine swaps or realistic mechanics. It's not exactly realistic, but it's a quick, satisfying shortcut that fits the style. The gameplay itself revolves around survival against waves of enemies, from up-close melee types to the annoying ranged attackers. Prioritizing which ones to take down first is part of the challenge and keeps things from getting too mindless. That said, the visuals are pretty dark and occasionally creepy, which is not ideal for a pussy like me. It's tense, but not in the survival horror way. More of a monster closet vibe that just keeps you on edge. Once you're armed to the teeth, though, the scares fade into this Doom-style power fantasy. You pretty much follow waypoints, explore a bit, and shoot anything that moves. The narrative isn't a focus here, which is fine because the point seems to be all about action. To the game's credit, the controls are solid. Aiming feels right, and handling items is intuitive, which is crucial for VR games where clunky controls can ruin the immersion. The gun variety is actually pretty impressive, and you can call any weapon to your side with a command, so you don't have to worry about hoarding ammo for a favorite or juggling between options. This gunwheel mechanic definitely reminded me of the modern Doom games, where you can pull up any weapon in your arsenal mid-fight. But all of this comes crashing down, literally. The game's performance issues are just brutal. Instability plagues the experience, with crashes that can boot you out at any time. And don't even think about touching the sniper rifle. Equipping it throws your frame rate into single digits, making it completely unusable. This kind of poor optimization is infuriating, especially in a VR game where smooth performance is necessary to keep you from getting nauseous or frustrated. So, in the end, all the good stuff ATEC Cybernetic has going for it just doesn't matter if you can't actually play the game without technical issues. It's like the bones of a good game are there, but the execution falls short in such a fundamental way that it overshadows all the positives. I want to like it. I really do.